Greetings, fellow individuals! For the past couple of months, I have been studying, designing, and 3D printing my own Rubik's Cubes with the goal of creating a biblically accurate Rubik's Cube. It's a work in progress. Unfortunately, as a result of making these, I now have a lot of these. Garbage. And not just any garbage, plastic. The good news is that this is PLA, which is biodegradable and recyclable. Not really, but I digress. Unfortunately, this is not true for the majority of plastic waste, which will be polluting our planet for thousands of years to come. Lovely. But what if plastic didn't have to be garbage? What if we could turn it into something useful? What if we could turn it into energy? Well, that is actually possible. Plastics are made of polymers of hydrocarbons. So, petroleum. You know what else is made of hydrocarbons? Gasoline, kerosene, diesel, and other yucky liquids we set on fire to make heavy pieces of metal move. A hydrocarbon is a molecule consisting of hydrogen and carbon atoms. Who would have guessed? This one is methane. This is another hydrocarbon, octane. There are many different types of hydrocarbons. Crude oil is a mixture of these hydrocarbons. We humans dig up crude oil and then separate it into different groups called fractions of hydrocarbons based on their boiling points. Some of these are used as fuel for cars and airplanes, and some are used for making plastic. We make plastic by taking the desired fractions of hydrocarbons and linking them together into chains. These chains are called polymers, and they are made up of repeating hydrocarbon monomers. Then we use this plastic to make all sorts of stuff like water bottles, clothes, syringes, but most importantly, Rubik's Cubes. Okay, this is not a cube. A lot of plastic products are meant to be used a bit, sometimes only once, and then thrown away. Of course, this does not apply to Rubik's Cubes as they're too precious. So now we have all this plastic we no longer need just lying around. If we take this plastic and break it back down into smaller hydrocarbons, we can reuse it as fuel. The problem is that it takes a lot of energy to break the bonds in these polymers. This energy can be provided as heat. As the heat increases, atoms become more energized and they jiggle. When the jiggling is more intense than the bonds between the atoms, the bonds break. So we should just take our plastic waste and heat it up, set it on fire. No. If we set our plastic on fire, it won't just decompose into smaller hydrocarbons. It will combust into water vapor and carbon dioxide. So what we do instead is we put plastic into a container with no oxygen so that we can decompose it without combustion. You might be asking yourself, why don't we do this a lot? Well, this process is actually very inefficient. You have to put in a lot of energy to break those bonds, and the resulting fuel is not always of good quality. But not for long, because engineers all over the world have been working on optimizing and scaling up this process. As an engineer, an artist, or any other person who creates, you have to consider the materials you use for your creations. Is it renewable? Is it safe? Is it biodegradable? What waste is created during manufacturing? How is it disposed of? What happens to your creation after it has served its purpose? So, I'm going to bring these to the 3D printing workshop at my college. They have a PLA recycling system there. This way, this garbage can be remade into new PLA filaments so that somebody else can use it again to print more plastic garbage. До свидания, мои дорогие!